Character develops itself in the stream of life. Correction does much, but encouragement does more. As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. I love those who yearn for the impossible. Thinking is easy, acting is difficult, and to put one's thoughts into action is the most difficult thing in the world. Ignorant men raise questions that wise men answered 1,000 years ago. The man with insight enough to admit his limitations comes nearest to perfection. If you treat an individual as he is, he will remain how he is. But if you treat him as if he were what he ought to be and could be, he will become what he ought to be and could be. In the realm of ideas, everything depends on enthusiasm. In the real world, all rests on perseverance. One ought, every day at least, to hear a little song, read a good poem, see a fine picture, and, if it were possible, to speak a few reasonable words. Daring ideas are like chessmen moved forward. They may be beaten, but they may start a winning game. We do not have to visit a madhouse to find disordered minds. Our planet is the mental institution of the universe. I have possessed that heart, that noble soul, in whose presence I seemed to be more than I really was, because I was all that I could be. A man should hear a little music, read a little poetry, and see a fine picture every day of his life, in order that worldly cares may not obliterate the sense of the beautiful which God has implanted in the human soul. There are two things children should get from their parents: roots and wings. A man can stand anything except a succession of ordinary days. To think is easy. To act is hard. But the hardest thing in the world is to act in accordance with your thinking. Age does not make us childish, as some say, it finds us true children. Life belongs to the living, and he who lives must be prepared for changes. You can easily judge the character of a man by how he treats those who can do nothing for him. Nothing is so strong as gentleness, nothing so gentle as real strength. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. If I accept you as you are, I will make you worse. However, if I treat you as though you are what you are capable of becoming, I help you become that. The greater part of all the mischief in the world arises from the fact that men do not sufficiently understand their own names. He who does not think much of himself is much more esteemed than he imagines. Everyone believes in his youth that the world really began with him, and that all merely exists for his sake. All extraordinary men, who have accomplished great and astonishing actions, have ever been decried by the world as drunken or insane. Kindness is the golden chain by which society is bound together. Behavior is the mirror in which everyone shows their image.